Magic Makers. Welcome to another episode of Magic Making Mischief with your co-hostesses, me, Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm CJ Peterson. We have lots coming up today. Before we start, though, get your wands to the ready because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. And speaking of up to no good, we have some things coming up. We do have Patricia Patts today, the voice of Peppermint Patty. Have with us today, we have Jeremy that says hello, everyone. And Brisha
Jeremy
says,
make your beautiful ones.
Say hey. Yes, Jeremy made our wonderful ones. Jeremy Vanders.
Jeremy Vander, make a beautiful one since, yes.
Today, Mombirella is sick, so she will not be joining us. Everybody say a prayer for Mombirella. We will get to Miss Patricia Patts in just a moment. We have a few things coming up. Gentle reminders. The fact that Yukita will be at Retropalooza this weekend. I will be at Dallas Fan Expo the following weekend. And then Yukita and Mombi will be at Kimo, Kauai the following weekend.
Yeah,
so make sure to see us. If you even see us around town, stop us and say, hey, do you have your little tags? Because if you recall, you have to get my tag, you have to get Yukita's tag, and you have to get Mombirella's tag. Because if you get all three of them, you need to come back and find me. And I will give you our little swag bags that are Harry Potter themed. As if you recall, we solemnly swear that we are up to no good.
You're never up to no good.
We're up to no good. Of course, we have to have little swag bags that are up to no good as well. But I know some of mine are floating around, and I know some of Yukita's are floating around. I know that Mombirella has some as well. So if you are even around the OKC area, come find me, because I will give them to you as well. If you're around the area down where Houston area where Yukita and Mombi are, find them. They'll give them to you. And make sure to collect all four of them. Mine, like I said, are Dallas Fan Expo. I will also be at East Texas Comic-Con in Longview at the end of, because you got to bring them all to me, at the end of June. I will also be at Victoria Fan Fest in August. I believe it's the second week in August. So if you have the other three, make sure to come find me at those Comic-Cons. Brisha says she needs Yukita's and Mombi's. Yukita will be at Retro Fan Fest. Is it Retro Fan Fest? Retropalooza this weekend, and her and Mombi will both be at Kimo, Kauai in June.
Yes.
Super Abby says hi, ladies. Hi, Super Abby. So let's get to it. Patricia Patts, third time's the charm. Yay! That's right. Patricia Patts, the one and only voice of Peppermint Patty. Welcome.
I'm actually not the only voice.
One of the voices.
One of the voices. There's about 18 of us all together.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
No. You weren't the one that one of your sisters was one of them too, right? Or
no, that was a Lucy.
Yeah. Okay. That was Melanie Cohn. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So there were 18 of you. Which one were you the voice of?
So I was number 6, and I did You're the Greatest, Charlie Brown. She's a Good Skate, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back.
Gotcha. Marissa says hi. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Very cool. So how did you end up being Peppermint Patty?
So I was doing a play in San Francisco. I was the first Los Angeles Annie in 1978 and 79. And we were touring in San Francisco, and Charles Schulz and Lee Mendelsohn came to see the show and compared notes, and they both wanted me to play the part. So I didn't even have to audition. It was great. Yeah.
Nice.
That's neat.
They're like,
so how did you get the part of Annie?
So I got the part of Annie. It was an open call. Anybody could show up. There were about 2,000 little girls that showed up. Every single one of them, except me and my sister, sang Tomorrow.
What did you sing?
I sang a Rosemary song called Come Out, Wherever You Are. Oh. Come out, wherever you are, behind a cloud or up in a star. Come out, Wherever you are. I had little and
That's
everything.
cool. So that made you stand out too.
Cute.
That's
Huh?
cute. That made you stand
Thank
out as well. That's
Well,
very cool.
the funny thing about it was, on those open calls, they always tell you, you get 8 bars of music, which basically is your first verse, or some people will choose to sing the chorus, or they'll choose to sing the end so they can do the big finish. But they only get 8 bars, which is not a lot.
Mm-mm.
Um, and my sister walked into the audition and they let her sing her whole song. And everybody was outside going, wait a minute, why does she get to sing her whole song? And my mother was like, "'Cause she didn't sing one of the songs from the show. They're probably sick of hearing it." And so then I walked in and I didn't sing a song from the show, and he let me sing my entire song. And then he walked out of the room after me, and I found out later that he called Martin in New York and said, "I just found her." So they knew it was me
Very
from the
nice.
get-go. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
So
It
she was
was
a
very
star to begin with. Pretty
So
much.
you were
I
Annie,
mean,
and then you were
yes.
Lucy. What else have you done?
No, I was Peppermint Patty.
Or sorry, you were Annie,
Um,
and then you're Peppermint Patty. What else have you done?
so I've done a variety of things. I started at about 7 years old-ish doing, commercials. I did a Mama Celeste pizza commercial, Abbondanza. And I was cast in, Norman Lear's New Little Rascals, with Gary Coleman.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah. And what's funny about that is I just found a video of the movie that they made from the clips that were supposed to be the television show. And I need to actually find it and watch it because I don't know if I'm in it or not.
Oh my goodness.
That would be
I never got paid for it. I never was told that I was in it. I didn't get to go to a premiere or anything like that, so I have no idea. Um, and so I'd started doing theater when I was 6, and I had done dozens and dozens of shows, uh, whether it was building a set or running sound or selling tickets or building costumes or whatever. It was what my family did. Some families play football or baseball, and mine did theater.
Mm.
Um, so by the time I auditioned for Annie, I had done so many shows, it was secondhand. Um, and then I did some episodic stuff along the way. Um, I did a movie in 1988 with Leif Garrett and Richard Hatch, Richard Roundtree, Terrence McGovern, Sean Weatherly. It's called Party Line. You can find it on Tubi.
Party.
It's not family friendly, so do not let your children watch it. I'm just throwing that out there for anybody.
Thank you for the disclaimer. That was very
Yes,
kind.
Thank you
yes.
for letting us know. Like,
Um,
this is high.
so just, hey, so just kind of a variety of things that, most of the time people didn't come up to me and go, "Hey, weren't you on?" But every once in a while somebody would, and it would always be kind of a weird experience.
So say
So,
those are some big names.
yeah. Yeah. I've worked with some really amazing people in my life, and hung out with amazing people. Especially when I was Annie, um, y- y- they were coming to see me backstage. It wasn't the other way around, and so I got to meet Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly and Vincent Price and Lucille Ball, and I mean, it
Oh,
was it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah.
goodness.
Do you have
It was
any
all
like
my heroes
really
growing
cool
up.
stories you want to share?
Probably So I'll tell the Michael Jackson story. I have never met somebody so quiet in my entire life. He had just released the Off the Wall album. Um, I I'm not even sure that any of the songs were like hit songs by that point. Because I knew who he was by the Jackson 5, but I didn't know his solo stuff at that point.
Got it. Yeah.
And he was the quietest person. Like, I had to stick my ear right up next to his mouth to hear him say, "Oh my goodness, I just thought you did such a fantastic job this evening, and oh, I just loved your singing and your dancing and the whole play, and it's just wonderful." And I was like, "Huh? What?"
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Lydia
Yeah.
says hi. Angel, my
Hi.
another mother, says, "Who was your favorite person meeting?"
Uh, so it's my favorite actor slash dancer singer person, um, but also my greatest embarrassment in life.
Oh no.
So we were at this big party. All these people were running around getting autographs from people because we didn't have cameras on our phones back in those days.
Mm.
My family didn't even have a camera, so I have absolutely no evidence of anything that we did. Um, and this gentleman stopped me at the main table and he starts saying, "I was so impressed with your show tonight and your vocal ability." And he just kept going on. And I kept saying, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's so kind of you."
Oh my goodness.
And he
Who was
finally
it?
goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "My friends and I are trying to find Gene Kelly and we can't find him anywhere." And he goes, "Oh, Gene Kelly, he's a pretty important guy. You should go find him." And I said, "Thank you, sir." And I run off. And my friend Michelle stops me and goes, "Isn't he the nicest man you've ever met?" And I go, "Who?" And she goes, "Gene Kelly." And I go, "Where is he?"
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. I was looking for an old man with gray hair. He was in his 70s. I didn't know men dyed their hair. I didn't know my mother dyed her hair, except it was blonde and it smelled weird sometimes.
Oh
Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly.
no. How are you?
So I went back with my head bowed and because I wasn't going to miss, like, he was my favorite.
Oh
My
my
favorite.
goodness.
And I was like,
OMG, that's
"Mr.
such a
Kelly, sir, could I have your autograph?" And he was like, he starts laughing. He goes, "I was wondering when your friends would tell you who I was."
Oh my good golly gosh.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. My greatest moment turned into my greatest tragedy.
Oh no.
at least you remember all the compliments he gave you.
Right? Right? I mean, like, I I I think if I had known in that moment that he was saying all of that, that I probably would have passed out. Like,
Yeah.
of all the, because I met Lucille Ball, and I love Lucy.
I would have passed
Uh,
out there
but it
on that one. That one I would
but
have
Yeah,
like,
Lucille Ball.
yes, but she wasn't my childhood crush, and I wish I could dance like him, and I loved his acting and I loved every movie that he was in, and like I would purposefully go out of my way to watch his movies over and over and over again. And so to have, oh god,
Angel
it was
said thank you
embarrassing.
for sharing that.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their what I call their holy grail. Like mine would
Right.
probably be like Richard Dean Anderson. You'd have to pick me up off the floor if he was standing in front of me.
Gotcha.
Like I grew up
Yeah.
with Survivor and then Stargate, and his career was so long in both of those that you'd have to pick me up off the floor. Like he's what I grew up with. My number one was Sean Astin. You almost had to pick me up off the floor at Sean Astin. I actually got to meet him on my 50th birthday. I mean, you
Oh,
almost had to pick me up off the floor on that one. If Richard Dean Anderson was standing in front of me, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, I I mean,
yeah,
I'm pretty good
yeah,
with celebrities, but
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
ooh, I get the feeling. I met Amelia Clark and I was cheesing so hard. My husband still has it on his Facebook. Yes.
Chris says, I've done something similar to that. It's funny when people look different in real life. It's
For
like,
real.
yeah, I mean, like the Sean
Right?
is really cool because it was my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And I had just broken one ankle and sprained the other literally the month before. And he's a year older than me. And I told him, I said, look, it's taken me 50 years, a broken ankle, a sprained ankle, and 3 hours to get to you. And he goes, okay. So my husband has this on video because he's signing it and wanted to prove that he signed it. And we could film him, just not me with him. And he said,
Right.
so we've already been to Mordor and we're currently sitting in the Shire drinking ale. And I'm like, yes. So it's like, it was really cool. But it's like,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't expect them to be cool. But when they're really cool about it, is just
Yeah.
like doubly awesome. So when you got to
Right.
meet yours and he was really cool about it, you were probably just like double struck.
Just swept off your feet.
I think the embarrassment of it all really overshadowed everything else about the moment, quite honestly.
Well, it's still cemented in there though.
Oh, yes. Yes. And as someone who recently found out they have ADHD, um, for
Welcome to the
for
club.
me to have memories of anything from when I was a child, like it had to have been a big deal for me to have a memory of it, and I absolutely have one of that. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
Big time felt.
Further, there's a couple things we want to touch on.
Okay.
You have a show signing coming up on May 31st. Where is that?
I do. It is in Georgia. It is at a place called Urban Pop Comics Company. I actually have the address because I was just working on a song for them. It's at 5054 Alatoona Gateway in Ackworth, Georgia. And I'm going to be there May 31st from noon when they open till about 6, unless I decide to leave earlier. They were like, yeah, whatever you want to do is fine by us. And I was like, okay. And so I'm actually, because I'm this big of a geek, I'm actually going to leave there and go to Iron City just to have fun.
Oh, neat.
I'm
Angel,
not a guest there.
let's know if you can sing the song.
Okay, so I'll sing the first part of it because they haven't even heard it yet. Georgia, Georgia, I'm coming straight to you. I'll be at Urban Pop Comics Company. Oh.
Woo! Dang, girl, you got
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I just this last year. Oh, what?
I was gonna say before I hit any more of these comments. You have a Comic-Con also at the end of June on the 28th and 29th.
I do. I'm going to be at Planet Funk, and I'm actually driving from Nashville, where I live, with Samantha Newark, who is Gem. I'm picking her up, and we're driving up there together. It's in Davenport, Iowa.
Isn't Gem in the holograms, Gem?
As in Gem in the holograms.
Gem in the holograms.
Right?
Oh,
so I haven't. I need to get
Gem on the road. Is that like Thelma and Louise?
Well, and what's funny is what keeps going through my head is that we have to get together and sing "On the Road Again." Jem and Patty on the road again.
Awesome.
But I haven't gotten that whole thing worked out yet, and I haven't cleared it with her. And what I found is that generally people don't seem to want to involve themselves in my silliness.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. I don't know. But I've had several occasions where I've reached out to somebody and been like, "Hey, want to do this silly thing with me?" And they're like, "No."
We're Magic Making Mischief. It's in our name.
Right? I mean, so I've been writing songs, and well, Dagacom was one of the ones that I saw you at. Yes. And I wrote a song from the Patty Duke show. I took the music from the Patty Duke show and did a little jingle. Meet Jenny Holzman from Cabbage Patch, Supernatural Assassin, and Charlie Brown, and Patricia Patts of Annie Fame and Charlie Brown. They both can claim what a crazy pair. It's Peppermint Patties. From Peanuts, it's Patties all the day.
Very cool.
Before you, that's a bop. That's an actual bop, though.
Comments get out of control real quick. Okay. Brisha says that's so cool. And she said, "Girl, you need M3." Angel says, "Silly and nerdy are amazing. Keep up the great work."
Thank you. I will.
Geek Cred says, "Magic Making Mischief, aka the Giggle Squad." Just a little bit.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Mombi says, "Hi, I'm under the weather and can't host today. Luckily, we have the great guest, and CJ and Nikita are covering for me." Yes, Mombi, feel better soon. We love you.
Yeah, feel better. So now I'm going to have to come back when you're on the show, too.
And then Geek Credit is a question. He said, "Is there anything from Peppermint Patty's character you can relate to?"
Oh, God.
Like, do you wear sandals like her?
Everything.
Like, oh my goodness.
Everything. I am Peppermint Patty. I like, so when you start analyzing the characters, Charlie Brown is chronically depressed. Yep. Linus has insecurity issues. Mm-hmm. If they were to have grown up, Linus would have been going to therapy like twice a week. Peppermint Patty has ADHD and dyslexia. She does not like to get dressed up. I do it because it's sort of required of me, but if you see me at home, I'm never going to have makeup on. I wear braids a lot. I got soaking wet today, and I was like, okay, well, the hair that I did earlier is now undone, so they're getting braids. Yeah, I just there's so much about the character that is me, aside from the fact that we have the same name, and we kind of look oddly alike. If she had gotten a nose job, because my nose is not as big as hers. But yeah, it's all kind of weird. And what I've found really weird, and the other characters will attest to this, we are all like our characters.
That's kind of wild.
Proper casting.
Yeah. And I met Jenny Holzman at Dagacom, and she said the same thing. I am Peppermint Patty. And both the Charlie Browns that I know have said it. It's just kind of funny.
That is hysterical. So we have about 5 minutes left. If you have any advice for somebody who may want to get into voice acting, what advice would you give them?
So the thing that I tell everybody is, you can't do any of this by yourself. I mean, yes, you can go online, you can have a YouTube video or whatever, but the more people that you build your tribe with, especially young people, there's going to be somebody at school that wants to write scripts. There's going to be somebody that wants to be a director. There's going to be somebody that's into animation. If you want to do voiceovers, find those people, write a script, have somebody animate it, and let me tell you, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be really, really cringeworthy, but you're going to learn so much just from doing the process. I didn't show up at that Annie audition having never been on a stage before, never having sung a song, never taking a dance class. Like, I walked into that audition 100% prepared to take that role on, and it showed in what I did. And so you can't sit in your house and not connect with anybody. And the other thing is, we need connection as humans.
Yep.
It's one of the things I love about Comic-Cons is, for the most part, everybody is so welcoming. Anybody can show up. You're going to find somebody that likes something that you do. Star Wars or Ghostbusters or cosplay or something. Find those people and surround yourself with those people. My mom used to say, if you hang around with losers, you become a loser. If you hang around with druggies, you become a druggie. If you hang around with people who are getting stuff done, you're going to get stuff done too.
Mhm.
So build your tribe and build each other up.
Mm-hmm. And
Amen.
Mom always told me you're the sum of your friends.
Yep.
That's what
My mom would tell me, show me who your friends are, and I'll show me who your friends are, and I will show you who you are.
There
Jeremy,
you go.
Jeremy
There you go.
has an interesting question regarding the fact of the characters being like the people. He said, is Pigpen that way too?
I've never met a Pigpen. So I don't know. Most fan things seem to think that Pigpen was either homeless or he was from a hoarder situation. And when you think about the fact that he still had a group of friends who involved him in everything, Peanuts is such a powerful message that's so subliminal that you really don't get it until you're an adult and you start looking at it and really dissecting it. So,
well, that brings me to Angel's next comment, which is nerds are a community of great people.
Absolutely.
Agreed, 100%.
And Super Happy says, good become better, bad become worse.
X.
Yes.
So they all kind of just built right on top of each other. Ms. Patricia, thank you so much for your patience and making sure to come on here. I'd learn more about Ms. Patricia Patts. You can find her at her website, which is patriciapatts.com. That's PATRICIAPATTS.com. Her social medias are on there as well. Make sure to look her up. In the meantime, make sure to find Mommyrella at youtube.com. You can find her at Mommyrella. Make sure to give her a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to find my YouTube, which is CJ Peterson Writes. Make sure to give that a thumbs up. Make sure to find my TikTok, which is at authoress_CJ. Make sure to find Yukita at her YouTube, which is Follow Them Geeks. And make sure to find her Instagram, which is Yukita Cosplay. Jeremy says, have a good night, y'all. Brisha says, I follow her on Facebook. She's very interactive. Yes, if you want to find more of her shows, it's actually where she said that's the best place to find her, Miss Patricia Patts, voice actor. In the meantime, remember, Retropalooza is Yukita next week. The week after, I will be at Dallas Fan Expo. The week after, Mambi and Yukita will be at Kimo Kauai. At the end of the month, I will be at East Texas Comic Con in Longview. Make sure to find us. You can find us around town, too. I will be around the OKC area. And Yukita and Mambi around the Houston area. and get those tags, because you get all 4 of them. You get a Harry Potter swag bag. In the meantime, guys, we'll see you next week for Ren Cosplayer. Same time, same sandbox. In the meantime, mischief managed. Bye.